Welcome back one and all, once again for another race, but this time it's in XDRS, it's Ewalkers League, racing around the Miami circuit. It's quite an interesting race today. Obviously it's our second race in the league. Last time out in Texas in this league, we won on our debut after a masterclass with tyre management. This race, wildcard. We have to use every single dry compound for at least 5 laps, so mediums, softs and the hard we have to use as well. So it's going to be quite the interesting strategy in terms of being able to compete for a race win today. So on to our first lap in qualifying, down the main straight towards turn number 1, braking just before the 100 metre boards through turn 1, a little bit wide of the apex, but then through turn number 2, a little bit of a correction of the wheel through the mid corner, and then flat out through turn 3 towards the little S section here in Miami, which is quite satisfying when you do get it right, through the left and then through the right. Definitely a lot more curb we could use on the left of the S section, but then we run out a bit wide here, get our right side tyres on the dirty area of the track, and that just makes us understeer out wide, and then down the long straight towards arguably the favourite overtaking spot on the circuit. DRS enabled all the way down the while. Also was the option to use the battery in the race, but also in qualifying as well. The top speeds you do reach are very, very high. Through the next section we go. My favourite section on the racetrack, through this Mickey Mouse section, people like to call it. And this is the Mickey Mouse chicane. People absolutely hate the chicane. I personally love it because it's asking so much of the car and the driver itself, as we now make our way down the long back straight towards the final corner on the racetrack. The final braking zone on the lap, I should say, because after this there are 2 more corners, which are flat out Red Bull in the way as we make our way down the back straight towards the final corner. So dirty air through here will affect us a little bit on the traction, a little bit of a moment. You used to see Ewalker spins off, tapping, I don't actually know if he tapped the wall there, but then over the line. What's our first lap here? 25.9, but without practice I would have I'm definitely taking that. We did decide to try and go for another run, but once again the same Red Bull ahead of us, and the rear just snaps out. Tried to get on the power, and the rear's just not having it. For some reason, I decided to finish this lap, but then I was just like, we have time to kill, so we may as well do the in-lap. Rolling on to our final lap in qualifying here, round the final 2 corners on the lap, with 2 minutes 30 to go. I made sure I went out early, so if I invalidated, I had time to then go again. As for the little bit extra fuel, but through turn 1 we go again. A lot of time on the entry, but then the exit is a bit poorer than usual, so we are marginally down on our time, but we get a much better run through turn 3, and we are instantly 3, 4, 500 up through the S section. We go, make that 7, 800, 9 up, now almost a 10th, but the time does drop back down. Then we do get understeer, then Yoshi here in front of us doesn't move. We get the 30, then kicks in. You just see the understeer we get. Although we gain a lot of time, there's still another 10th in there because of the dirty air that we were forced to deal with, because the Red Bulls don't know how to get out of the way. But anyway, down the back straight we go towards the favourite overtaking spot on the circuit. Heavy braking zone upcoming here, and then in towards the favourite section, the personal favourite section on the track. We are 2.5 tenths up straight under power, and we gain 800ths there now through the chicane, so nice and tight to the wall, and then through the right, through the left, then straight on the power. 4.5 tenths of a second up. We are 1.5 up on Rush's time, the championship leader, I do believe. Obviously we're nowhere near in championship contention because of the fact that we joined the league just a tad late. As round the final corners on the racetrack we go, hitting the apex nicely on the power, smoothly. Very, very minor correction, but that actually helps with the exit. As to the line, 5.5 tenths up, provisional pole position goes to us, but can we hold on to it here? A 25.3 without practice. I am over the moon with that. Considering that the others are practice here, to be able to fight for pole is amazing. But you see on the steering wheel, it says P2. It is P2 in qualifying because Rush pipped us by, I think it was 42 milliseconds, 400 of a second, which it was. And then the Brazilian driver of Ansegendo, I've probably butchered that, is behind us in third. Well, there's your strategy then. It was either soft, medium, hard, or hard, medium, soft. I was split on what to do. I did want to get the soft away, but I was like, we have 2 sets of hards. Let's just go on to the hards and use them as we go to the start of the Grand Prix. It's 5 red lights on. And it's 5 out and away we go on the rundown towards turn 1. It's a decent start for the McLaren you'd expect on the mediums. We get boxed in a bit and the Williams is able to go right around our outside at turn 1. The inside for 2. I opt to not really fight that one just because it is lap 1. If it was later on in the race, I would have definitely tried to stick my nose in for turn number 3. As we make our way towards the S section for the first time, you instantly see the connection issues the Williams is dealing with here in the lobby. As we go down the back straight for the first time as well, we have the Aston behind us who was very eager to get by, tried some mini sends, which we just clammed the door shut so he didn't get alongside us. But we just turned our battery off to let him through, because I'd expect him, even though it's the softs which are useful in the game, you'd expect him to be a lot better now. You'd expect it at this current stage. You'd expect him to be a lot better in the stage because of just how much grip they naturally give. But you can tell instantly he's just nowhere near my pace, our pace at the front. He's done well to get there, but just instantly I'm thinking, yeah, no, this ain't going to cut it. So we're going to go on the battery in the slipstream with DRS enabled. He thinks he turns his battery off here, and we just go down on the inside, leaving plenty of room for the outside line, then also plenty of room for the inside line. But we go plain sailing right around the outside, then to the inside to gain the place, a little bit deep. Then pick up our track limit warning. We went a little bit deep, but we do eventually make the position on the Aston Martin driver, and that's +1. And we're now back up into P3 in the Grand Prix. As you can just see, the race leaders now doing battle ahead through the favourite overtaking spot on the circuit. But you just see how much we've closed up to the rear of the McLaren, and you've just got to think, can we get this move done on at least the McLaren here? Because look how close we are, 6/10 behind. As we get on the power down to the back straight we go now, 6.5 tenths. We'll do well to get alongside him, but the Williams 100% will get by. As we just debating which side to go for the slipstream, we're then going to try and fake a lunge down the inside, break early. The McLaren locks up, maybe tags the rear of the Williams. The McLaren goes deep, and with a lovely dummy move, we get the move, and we are up into second place. But then down the back straight we go. We're going to enter the corner, but just another virtual safety car is deployed. The first one of this Grand Prix, so we got to ensure that we do not go over our delta. I'm actually backing off a lot here just to ensure that I have plenty of delta to work with. 2 seconds over the delta, so we can then push on slightly through the chicane. But the VSC, we didn't have as much time to react here because as the teammate was in pits, message came up, the VSC started ending, so we didn't really get a chance to. Luckily, the Williams didn't have a lot of delta to play with. We did, so we was able just to get back within DRS through the sweeping left-hander. We do get DRS by 0.5 of a second, but crucially, the DRS is within. We have got it, and we can continue to fight the Williams for the lead. Through the S section we go once again on lap 7, another virtual safety car is deployed once again. On this occasion, though, we have dropped the McLaren of Rush. So the hard tyres for us definitely already coming into further better play here. The VSC ending will be starting soon, ending around now, which it is. And we're going to go straight on the power to ensure that we can keep away from Rush as we go down the back straight. We have got the DRS broken once again, but the game hasn't given us DRS on the VSC restart. As we go down the back straight, we have got it clear, but now on lap number 8, I'm thinking enough is enough. We go out of the corner, Williams runs a bit wide at a little bit of a moment. We're going to go straight on our overtake, and we are gaining on the Williams in the slipstream all the while. The whole straight, we will be gaining, and it's surely an eventuality before we get by. The Williams is not going to fight this one, turns the battery off to the inside, to the lead in the Miami Grand Prix, and we lead it on lap number 8 after starting in second, dropping to 4th, gaining to 3rd, then gaining to 2nd, and now gaining to 1st in the race, in the main race of the Grand Prix in stint 1. As we go round the final corner here, the Williams is still right behind us. We're basically just towing him along at this rate. But then on lap 10, going on to lap 11, Rush does peel into pit lane. 10 laps on the medium tyre, not a bad stint for their race whatsoever. As we are going round the final corner again, we still got the Williams just staying tucked up behind us here. We go around the final corner to continue a couple more laps. The Williams, however, only 12 laps done on the hard compound tyre, and I was saying in the chat that is way way too early without a shadow of a doubt. We're pitting this lap. We've got like 78% on the front left. Safety car deployed, and we have just been given a cheap stop. I have absolutely no idea what that laugh was. Says that I was happy with the safety car sticking to our optimal pit windows. The only downside to this, it's helped out Rush a lot, like a lot, giving him a free chance to get off the soft. Obviously, he has to go the extra lap to ensure he's done 5 laps on the soft tyres, so he will drop a couple of extra positions, but this might have just handed the race win to Rush as we come in for a set of the hard compound tyres, medium tyres, to indicate our first stop in this race and initiate our second stint in this race on the medium tyres. Want to go to at least lap 23, but lap 24 will be optimal, so we do as little on the soft tyres as possible. Looking through Race Direct to see what tyres everyone is on, as Williams checks up a little bit here, and he is lagging quite a lot still. This is the worst I have seen in a while, but nonetheless, we come around the final corner, and the Williams still sat in AI, but out of nowhere, just lags behind us, and we now lead the Miami Grand Prix as Rush does now come into the pits to get off the soft tyres. He has done 5 laps on them, so he will come out on a set of hards in around 7th or 8th place. We lead the Grand Prix. When do we want to bolt, though? That is the question. Do we want to try and catch him out? Do we go as late or as early as possible? We are going to go in a matter of seconds. We go now. It catches the Alpine napping. We go around the final corner, and the gap instantly, 9/10 of a second here. But I didn't want to push the tyres too hard because I didn't think the tyre wear was going to be as low as I expected that. I thought the tyre wear would be like 10% a lap, but it actually wasn't. We was able just to actually fully push it after I'd learned after the first couple of laps. We go around the final corner because absolutely nothing happened really between the 2 different periods. We come into pit lane now. We have got a major margin to catch. You lose about 18-19 seconds, so we have got probably a 13-14 second gap to try and make up within the final 5 laps. It's going to be a really tall order considering Rush is on the hards and we're on the softs. Onto a brand new set of softs as well. I crucially made sure I saved the brand new set so I could just completely full push, not have to worry about any tyre wear as we come out of the pits. And we are in P5, which isn't too shabby considering that we have had to make another stop since the safety car. We go down the back straight. Elias has come into the pit lane, which is for the reason why he is nowhere near us. I think he came into the pit same lap as us, maybe, as we are going down on the inside on the Mercedes into the final braking zone of the lap. The Aston runs in deep on the traction immediately, wheel to wheel, pinches us to the curb. We remain wheel to wheel. We go down the main straight side by side. He's almost trying to tie hook me there, screaming the almighty squeebly brake early. Maybe think of a switchback, but no. We're going to go right around the outside and side by side through 1 and 2. And then into turn 3, we gain the place on the Aston. And that is a lovely manoeuvre through the opening 3 corners on the racetrack. I absolutely loved that move. with probably my favourite move I've done on the game. Just plain sailing right around the outside. The grip helping out as well. But out of the final corner, it was a major hurdle if we were going to catch him. The gap was 14 seconds. We got it down to 3.7. Make that 2.7 because he was doing this weird shenanigans. And it is P2, which is something I would take without practice. There's your race results then. Rush wins from Austin. Hamilton from last gets a podium. Real Racer gets 4th. Hazard in 5th. But if you have enjoyed today's video, consider the like and subscribe. There's the socials you will see up in a minute. And thank you for watching. Ciao, adios. I am done.